Welcome to the bold analysis. Moses Kuria is going to have a rough time in the new ministry that was handed to him. And the public service, which was initially under Aisha Jumwa, that has been handed to him, is actually blowing an expose about corruption. And in this podcast, it can't be that within a span of 1 week, state officials are out confessing of outright corruption and no one has been taken to court. William Samoei Ruto made the biggest political blunder. A political blunder of procuring public servants based on their political correctness. And that is what is clearly sinking Kenya Kwanza. The boat is rotten, and it is rotten from within. Let's look at this. Immediately, William Ruto announced that all the government payments to be done through a centralized pay bill, 222. The objective was to ensure that to seal loopholes of government money that is not going to the consolidated fund, or rather to boost the revenue stream, so that through the e-citizen, all money paid there, NTSA, that 1,000, that money we pay for license, or booking, good conduct, birth certificates, all those payments we make for government services are actually translating to the revenue stream. Believe me, PS permanent secretary, a permanent secretary today is warning something. Is warning now. Immigration Principal Secretary Julius Betok is warning top executives of state-owned agencies that they risk losing their jobs for failing to declare the revenues collected on e-citizen. Now, this is what is happening. Betok is saying that some agencies developed a way to circumvent that order by receiving money on cash instead of paying through the pay bill. And of course, this is a trick that is also applying in business. There are some people, I've seen a trend where people are even opting that you pay them, if you can't pay them through cash, then you pay them direct, not through a till number. You pay direct in their number, and those who have M-Pesa are insisting that you withdraw the money. It's some of the ways circumventing. Now, that's number one. Some people are telling clients, "Silipe hapo kwa pay bill, just give me cash." That's number one. Number two, they're also saying that there is money reflecting in the e-citizen transactions. For example, if you have paid for good conduct, good conduct nowadays expires after 6 months. So within a year, you need 2. So the number of transactions, the number of money that has been paid in the platform, it does not correlate with the money reflecting in the accounts. What does that mean? Hey, I'm telling you, Kenya Kwanza. Oh, I'm telling you. Now, what that means here is there's some people, there is a way money is being paid, but instead of it going through the 222, it's going through a dubious pay bill or some alternative pay bill. And Julius Betonk is saying that he added that some funds paid in cash to agencies were banked in accounts not linked to the e-citizen platform. So money in the account linked to the e-citizen do not correlate with the number of transactions and the transactions in that. Because if you pay 1,000 for e-good conduct, it's of course that history, the transaction history in the account is in the platform. But if you go to account, you don't find that money. So what does that mean? That maybe there is a pay bill in the back end. This is something that is very rampant. in public service. And I want to reveal to government something. There is something I just realized in one of public mortuaries. You will do your own research. I'm not an investigation officer. I went in a public mortuary and we were told, maybe if I say this story, maybe someone have experienced it will say, we were told to pay 500 to view a body once. So if I have my kin, if I want to view someone, the viewing, if we go in a group of 5, we just have to pay 500 for the body to be brought there, to be seen, to be viewed. Then per day, you know that's per person. So even if I go and then come back, someone again pays. And I realized that money is going into a pay bill that is different from the other ones in the hospital. And look at public hospitals. You will get at a point, if you go to pay for that mortuary, you realize it's different when you go to pay somewhere else, especially when you go to the billing office. This is a non-public institutions. Some of you people have known this. Some people have experienced this. You'll realize. And you'll be keen to know. And maybe I'm certain Najigamba, but I'm normally very keen to details. I'm normally brave to asking. So I asked that guy, why is it not, I asked him 2 questions. Why must I pay to view the body? There was no answer. Then I asked him, why not the 2222, the 222 pay bill? I asked. The guy did not have an answer. But if you pay that account, the name, the account number comes with the name of the hospital. Now that's what government should know. Someone will have a dubious pay bill, but will still bear the name of that institution or that service to be offered. So the system is rotten. And squarely, I know many people are looking at it different angle. This one is Ruto's blunder. And it is showing some three interpretations from this. Corruption is sinking Kenya Kwanza, not Uhuru's era. There is a lie that has been told for quite so long, and I will take one time. Tomorrow I will do my first video analysis. I will try to debunk it. That we are where we are because of Uhuru regime. That lie has been said so many times that even the Generation Z believes it's the truth. What Kenya Kwanza have been doing, and they've been insisting, we want to collect more money so that we stop borrowing, or rather we reduce borrowing and pay salaries from money collected here. That we can fund government projects from the taxes, which is not exclusively, that is not still realistic. But that cannot be achieved. That poverty circle, that the borrowing circle, the debt circle, that vicious circle we cannot come out of it because of corruption. If people are paying for services in e-citizen and they're not reflecting bank accounts in governments in the respected accounts, so who do we blame surely here? Do you blame me? Do you blame Kenyans? Who do you blame? You blame the people in their back end. You blame the machinery. It is the technocrats. It is the people that are bestowed with the responsibility. And that brings me to the second thing that Nyakang said. You know, Nyakang said something the other day. Oh, the controller of the budget said that, you know, and I think I released that statement here saying, she said that there is a payroll yenye someone is paid thrice on paper, but on your account you paid once. For example, if you're earning 700,000, you realize that the payroll imeandikwa kwamba mara tatu times 3, but you are just receiving it once. You're just receiving 700, but in the records you've been paid 2100. Look at that. And she said that during the bipartisan talks committee. I think I analyzed that video in this channel. So that tells us that corruption is the biggest problem we are facing. And direct taxation is shredding the public servants' payroll. And that is what is causing the grabbing culture. Now if you go to town, take this one, you can do your own intel. Go to town, just put on your good suit. Go to town, just even go to Huduma number. That Huduma center, any Huduma center, just go to any. And present yourself very humble and a man who is very generous. After you're served, if you go there twice, if you go there like, if Soja amekuona hapa mara mbili, the third time you will hear that man whispering to you, later at a lunch, later. It's normal. There is a lot of, and especially this starts as early as the 2, 3 of every month. So things are not working. The other day when I was in Mombasa, and you know Mombasa people are very humble, Swahili, and I was leaving, I was coming this side of Nairobi. So, but just as the SGR, the guy was frisking us, kanambia naomba utoe kofia. So after kutoa kofia, while it's in the middle of all that, I also realized this naomba utoe kofia, the guy was, I removed it, the guy was holding my hand. Like, VP. You know, people are broke. Especially the public servants are broke. And that is why this culture is, and I'm not justifying that because they are broke, they need to do this. But it's some loopholes. Number 3, there is insecurity of tenure, especially in state appointments. Some of these people that are getting state agencies are getting those positions not on merit, politically. And you don't even know whether tomorrow you'll be fired. Because parastatals and agencies are at the mercies of the president. The president can revert your gazette notice as quickly as he can at his own mercies. And because these chairmen of parastatals and these agencies know that they are there for a season, what they do is they go there and find ways of stealing. So in fact, we should make these parastatal jobs, just let them just be competitive, merit, to take office of the president. Just like the way TSC is employing teachers, let's go on merit, give people 5-year term. And if you lose it, you lose it. If you don't lose, if corruption, you lose it, you don't get anything. Not you get corruption here, you remove him, the next day you appoint him as the governor, as an ambassador. So on this one, Ruto is squarely to blame. Surely, some even patriotism. You know, we might blame Kenya Kwanza, but sasa patriotism. Sasa, Kenyans have paid money. And sasa wewe umetengeneza some baby luko nyuma. Ai, jamani, hata kama tuna blame Ruto. Tukuwa watu wangwana jamani. Tukuwa watu wangwana. Thank you.